Hey guys, Mike here. So should you be selling your high growth stocks? Should you allow the institutions to push you out of those high growth stocks? I think you know the answer to this by now, but we're going to go over, what happened on Thursday and Friday, because especially Friday, you saw this massive move up for basically the big four indexes, okay? Dow, Nasdaq, S&P, and the Russell 2000. And so, we're going to talk about what happened, why we think that happens. There's a lot of different ideas out there about that. And then we're going to go over some of these some of the most popular high growth stocks there is and see how they played out Thursday and Friday, and see, more importantly, what are the new price targets? Like what are we looking at down the road here for the rest of the year on this, okay? And so let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start off with the charts on what happened Thursday and Friday on these indexes, and then why that may have happened. And so starting off looking at these indexes, guys, you can see it was just getting sold off massively during the week. My lord, the Russell was down 5% in 3 days. And then boom, Thursday hits, it pops up, and then Friday was a big day. And if we change over to the 1 day on here, Nasdaq's up 2.3%. Dow's up over 1%, S&P 1.5%, the Russell almost 2.5%. So just this massive move. And so of course it comes down to like what happened. And I don't think it's coincidence when I look over here at crypto, right? You got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, 3 of the most popular. And if you look, what happened to them on Thursday and Friday? They sold off, massively. Anywhere from 15 to 20% somewhere in those 2 days, as all the indexes went up. So I don't think that's a coincidence that was happening. Bitcoin's all the way down to 44,000 now. And I don't know if you remember, but I talked about maybe last week or the week before last about how I really believe institutions are voluntarily covering their shorts because they've beaten these stocks down so much. There's just not much more downside, and there's a lot more upside, and they don't want to get caught. And so I started going through Fintel. And if you look right here on Skills, that's one of the ones that had a short report in March and April put on it. Well, if you look right here, look at this chart. It skyrocketed the short volume ratio almost to 55. And then look what happened. This was on May 5th. And then look what happens. All of a sudden it just soars down. You can look at the numbers here. There's May 5th, a 53.77. And look at it just going down. It pops up a little bit here and then continues to head south. And I looked at many different high growth stocks on Fintel, and it was basically the same picture where all the short volume ratios just heading south, right? Because for that move to happen on Friday especially, that's institutional buying, that is not retail investors. It was such a massive move on all the indexes. So that was just institutionals and millionaires and whales flowing in to these stocks right here, okay? And you saw the big move in Skills. And so now let's head over to our friends at Tip Ranks, and we're going to go over in detail some of these high growth stocks and what are the new price targets and stuff like that. So let's take a look at NEO, which I think is probably the most popular stock people talk about right now. And it's sitting at 33.42, 7% move up on Friday during that move. I just like to go with the best performing analysts on here. You can switch over to all analysts if you want to, but I just prefer to go with, because if you look at the difference in price targets, right? You got 7 buys, 3 holds. See the price target high of 81 on there and low of 38. We go to best performing, that drops. Now you're looking at 60 and 65. 60 is your low, 65. So you're looking at basically an 87% move on the medium price target right now. So roughly, doubling. And so if we come down here, you can see this is reiterated as a whole 3 days ago with a $57 price target. That's a 72% upside. You got a buy with a 91% upside 13 days ago at 64. And so that's where NEO's at right now. It used to be a higher price target, but I think with the chip shortage, things like that, you're going to see these price targets coming down. But you just see, even at 62, this is a 12-month price target, right? That's doubling your money in 12 months if that happens, okay? And so, and then they come out with great numbers. And so I can't imagine that not happening. And then we look at the chart on them. Over here, you can see they basically got sold off dramatically starting in February, right? And then finally started consolidating in this channel right here. But what happened? They broke below it, and I thought they were going to break 30. I never thought I'd see NEO below 30 again, but they didn't. They popped back up, and they're trying to get back in the channel, but they're not quite there. You can see they got way oversold down here. And if you recognize these charts, by the way, it's because Tip Ranks actually uses TradingView's charts. That's why these look so familiar. And so you get that kind of access. And I like TradingView's charts too. So if we come over to the next one, you're looking at BNGO. This one right here had good earnings, all right, and it's another very popular stock, 22% upside on Friday, which was massive, guys. And if we look at, you can go to all analysts again, you can see $10 to $14 your price target, 3 buys, 0 holds, 0 sales. If we go to best performing, they usually get the same thing, 10 to 14. So you're looking at 122% move up if it hits just the $12 price target. And when you look, this thing from Oppenheimer just 2 days ago had a buy rating of 14, which is 159% upside. A $10 2 days ago from Maxim Group of 85%. 2 other days ago, you had another buy of $12. And so, it's one of those stocks that, could it catch fire? It's in the genomics category. Obviously, Kathy Woods has said this is like the new Tesla as far as where these stocks should go. And they've been so beat down. I mean, they are so far down. I don't care if you're talking about CRISPR, PacBio, whichever one. Doesn't matter. They've all been hammered down. And if we look at this one's chart, again, sold off drastically during the sell-off. Finally started moving in this channel right here in between like 4, really between 4 and 750 over the last, 3 weeks. And so it hadn't broken out of the channel yet. Hadn't gone below it, hadn't gone above it. So we'll see where this one goes. You can see it got way oversold just like Neo. And so now it's coming back up. And then, looking at Skills here, Skills is the one. I mean, this one's just been hammered with short reports, everything else. Came out, had pretty good earnings. I like the earnings and stuff. And then you're looking at a price target from the best analysts of anywhere from 17 to 34, average of 26, which makes it a 74% move up from here. 3 buys, 3 holds. And then when you look over at Skills chart, you can see it was in this downtrending channel right here. I mean, oh Lord, it's still there, but now guess what happened? It finally broke out on Friday of this channel. So we're going to see if it finally starts to move up. I showed you where the shorts have started covering their positions, which has helped push it up. That's what happens. They have to buy that stock to, basically return it back, and it starts to move it up, okay? And then one thing I like to do to make this even easier, this is one of the tools and tip rings. If you go up here to research tool and you go all the way to the right, stock comparison, okay? This is gonna make it a snapshot for us, make it a lot easier to see it instead of having to go through each one of them individually. And so we click on that right there. And I've kind of got this one populated for us, but you can see, compare it to 7 stocks. So I have some of those popular. Neo, XPeng, DraftKings is a big one. I can't believe how much this one's been sold off, by the way. Skills, Open Doors, another one's been sold off. BNGO, and then Square. Square has just been, it was actually below 200 a couple of days ago. I couldn't believe it. And so, these are very popular stocks amongst retail investors especially. And so this gives us a chance to actually go through here and compare whatever we want to compare. I mean, I can click over here. I can go price change, market caps, PE ratios, whatever you want to look at. You can just click on add to the list. And so as you can see, I have the price change, which would have been of Friday. Price target upside. This is the medium or average price target, okay, not the highest one and not the lowest one. The market caps you can compare to each other, whatever the best analyst consensus is as far as the buy, strong buy, sell, whatever. Price chart for the last 7 days to show you how it's trending. And of course you got the smart score, the higher the better. And of course I follow all these, so I don't have to keep looking them up every time. I just go to the screen and start looking at them. And so you look at Open Door, you're looking at 6.86% move on Friday, looking at 133% upside on the average price target, 8.73 billion market cap, strong buy right now. You can see that thing has been getting just beat down. 6 with smart score is really somewhere in the middle, kind of like a hold really more than anything else. Then you got BNGO, and this one right here surprised me because this one has tied for the highest smart score out of all of them, right? You see the chart, the big bump ups, it's strong buy. You can click on this and it says 3 buys, no holds, no sales. $1.5 billion market cap, 122% upside on the average price target. And you see the massive move up Friday. I mean, almost 23%. So that was huge for it. XP is another one. This one right here, a 9% move up. It's only going for 25 bucks. I mean, I didn't think I'd ever see it that low again. Remember, it was at $70 back when everything was moving up. It went higher than Neo. Okay, and the reason why, what's good about these snapshots, look at the market caps. Neo's at $54 billion market cap. XPeng is only a $26 billion market cap. And then look at the prices. There's only an $8 price difference here, guys, because Neo has way more shares outstanding. And that's why XPeng was able to have the higher price at 70. I think Neo may have capped out like 64, 65, somewhere in there. And so XP can just move faster. It's like Blink versus ChargePoint. Blink, that's why it's setting higher now. That's why it goes higher much faster than ChargePoint, okay? Even though it has a fraction of the kind of revenue and stuff that ChargePoint has, but that's what it's all about. And so that's what these comparisons can give you to kind of see. And if you look at the upside for XP, the average price target gives it almost 90%. The average price target for Neo gives it about 80%. And so looking at Skills is sitting there at only $15 right now, which is crazy. Sitting there with a 75% upside, we talked about. $6 billion market cap, moderate buy. You can see the chart. Terrible smart score, by the way. And so that's something to think about with this one. DraftKings, you know, you're looking, I couldn't believe this thing all the way down the 40s. Oh my goodness, I could not believe this. 10% move up. $70, and so you're looking at about a 55% move up on this one for the 12 month. Has an $18 billion market cap. Is a moderate buy. Has 12 buys, 5 holds, 0 sales. Has a 9 smart scores. That's actually tied with BNGO there. And then Square, I want to throw some in there because, you know, I want to get kind of almost like different kind of sectors here. And so we got our fintech, our online gambling, our gaming, got 2 EVs, got the genomics play, and then you got your real estate play as well. And so if you look on Square, you're looking at 5% move on Friday, got a 38% upside with an average price target of 287, huge market cap at 94 billion, moderate buy, 19 buys, 7 holds, 2 sales, and got a whopping 8 smart score. So that one's doing good. Another thing this will allow us to do, let's take XPEV away, and let's bring up Tesla, because that's the king of them all, right? And you kind of come down here on Tesla, and you can see 3% move, price target 645 is the average, 10% upside on this one, huge market cap, moderate buy, 6 smart score. And so this is a good tool to use. I always use it. I've used it in many of my videos. And if you want to like look at getting into something, you just go over the plans and pricing at the top right there. And this just gives you the plans they have. The Ultimate is what I've been using for quite a while now, and it's $50 a month, and you get everything. Premium's only $30 a month. And there's a few limitations, but those research tools I've been using, you get full access. You get almost access to pretty much everything, but either way. And more importantly, though, you get 100% no risk, guaranteed 30-day money back guarantee. Okay, and so that's really the big thing. So it never hurts to give it a try, and if you do, you just hit the link down the bottom. It's right down there in the description. Give it a shot, see how you like it, and let me know how you like it. And again, I've been using it for quite a while now. So hopefully that gives you guys a good idea of where these stocks are going to be 12 months from now. These price targets have been adjusted for the chip shortage because they definitely have come down. I've seen that. But it's like Kathy Wood said, I mean, she actually upped her growth target now because, you know, she had it down here, but she said, wait a minute, they're so low now and they're loading up that, you know, wow, we can reach this much growth over the next, you know, 12 to 36 months and stuff like that. And so, and they usually have a 5-year target on their holdings. And so, you know, but understand, it's painful to see, it's painful to be in, but they will rotate back into these growth stocks. They have to, because, you know, all the commodity plays everybody's in, the institutions are in, those commodity prices will top out, they will start to decline like they always have. The supply chain disruptions will get corrected. That's going to happen too. Then you're going to have a lot of other plays, you know, and so for them to be trying to get into, because they gotta make sure they get the returns for their investors, right? These fund managers, that's why they have to make it up, and then they have to make it going down, okay? And so that's why they have absolutely rode these growth stocks down, making a killing shorting these stocks. And so now they're starting to cover, and so we'll see what happens. And so, you know, just hang in there, do what you got to do, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to use that affiliate link in the description down there to open an account with BlockFi and earn up to $250 of free Bitcoin depending on your initial deposit, and also earn interest on all your cryptocurrencies, and also apply for the very popular credit card where you can also earn different types of rewards and free crypto as well, and also take loans out on your cryptocurrency at a very reasonable interest rate.